Flix with the Hicks, where we tell you about the movies. We tell you if they're great or if they really stink. Now it's time to start the show. Yeah, now it's time to go. Guess what? It's Flix with the Hicks.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Flix with the Hicks. I'm Greg, this is my wife Janet, and each week we review two films that we watched on DVD. We always review the best movie that we've seen the week and the worst movie that we've seen for the week. Sometimes we have weeks where we don't see a good movie, and you'll end up with a movie that's not very good being the best movie. Sometimes we don't see any bad movies, so it just depends on what we see each week. This week, I was given the task of picking out the worst movie.
Yeah.
It was an easy choice this week. The worst movie that we watched this week was National Lampoon's Cattle Call. And it was horrible. It really was. It was directed by Mr. Martin Googie and written by Martin Googie. Stars Thomas Ian Nicholas and Jenny Mollen, which I'd never even heard of either of them. I guess one of them had been in American Pie, I believe. Jonathan Winters was in it. But basically the storyline of the movie is that there's three guys that are friends that can't find girlfriends. Mm-hmm. After watching the movie, I can see why. But they devise a scheme to where they're going to open up a fake production company and hold casting calls for the girls to play the parts of the film. They think that's a great way to get dates. And you can just imagine how all the stuff that happens in these cattle calls. But basically, yeah. But anyway, there is no movie at first that they're going to make. And then they end up coming up with an unknown foreign film that was not in English. And they base the script off of that unknown foreign film so that the girls would believe that there's really a movie. Mm-hmm. And all kinds of problems happen.
They're really abusing their powers of producers.
Yes.
And influencing the girls to do stuff they wouldn't normally do.
Yeah. And
there's all kinds of girls.
Yeah, and then there's a sting operation going on because somebody had found out that it was a fake casting company. So there's a sting trying to shut them down. And it's a mess. I thought, when I saw the name of it, I thought, oh, it might be a cute movie. It's probably going to be like Animal House or something like that. It's a National Lampoon film. This movie's unwatchable. I mean, I kept turning away from the screen and, looking at my phone or whatever, and then I'd look back and I couldn't even remember the plot during the film, really. It's that bad. Yeah. The acting is subpar. The script is
ridiculous.
As if an elementary child had
but it's an adult
script.
Content type. Okay, this is not for kids.
No. But I honestly think that it's kind of geared towards later teenagers, 16 to 19 years old and 20 years old, in that range.
Maybe.
But I'm thinking to myself, was I that dumb when I was that age? That I would actually find this...
You guys want a girl so bad? Go to that extent?
It was not a good film. And it was a film that I think most of the actors in the film, or actresses, I don't think that they would brag about the fact that they were in this film. Mm-mm. So, the best thing that I can say about the movie was we were able to get to the end of the movie.
Yeah, it was over as good.
Yeah, it was not good at all. It was 83 minutes of my life that I wish I had back.
Yeah,
it was that bad.
Yeah, the guys were just, using the casting call and having these girls jump with their boob bouncing and stuff. It's like, it's not what a casting call would. Any girl would not be doing that stuff for a casting call. It's ridiculous.
There's no redeeming qualities in the film. I mean, there just isn't. I mean, Of course, I'm not.
There's one good guy that's trying to be a good guy.
He was the one that wanted a real girlfriend. The other two just wanted to get laid.
Yeah.
So,
And they got caught doing stuff. It's stupid. It was stupid. The whole thing was stupid.
Yeah, it was from the start, from the first 10 minutes of the movie, you knew it wasn't going to get any better.
Yeah.
And that the characters were dumbed down so much that it made it unwatchable. Yeah. It really did.
Yeah. What do you rate it?
I'm going to be generous, and I'm going to give this movie, out of 0 to 100, I'm going to give it a 7.
Yeah.
That's the best I can do, honestly. I literally could not watch this movie again. I just couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it again. I wouldn't recommend it either. Man, it's close. Oh, I guess I'd give it a 10. Because, no.
Because of what? What were you thinking?
I mean, they were inventive in what they were making these girls do, but they were using the girls. And nah, I'll give it a 5.
There you go.
Because it was sharp images and, maybe I'll give it 5 because it's actually on a DVD.
There you go. You found a new reason. All right, so let's get on to the good stuff. What is your film this week? The best film of the week.
Okay, guys. Well, the best movie of the week was The Recruit. It was really good. I thought it was awesome. Al Pacino, Bridget Monahan, and Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell's like, oh my gosh. Anyway, he's cute. Anyway, Al Pacino's always awesome. Bridget was great too. Al Pacino plays a bigwig in the CIA. He's a recruiter. He's a trainer. He does a lot of background on people they want to bring into the system. And he's getting Colin Farrell, which is James Colton, I think, James. Finally talks him into coming in. He is very intelligent. He's an MIT guy. He doesn't have any family really to speak of. His dad had been CIA and had passed away in weird circumstances. So his dad used to be CIA. So he says, not for me, it's not for me, not for me. But Walter talks him into getting in. They all go to the farm. He starts the training. There's Bridget, which is Layla, the character Layla. There's another guy named Zach. Okay, all these people are training. There's Zach against James, and it gets all twisted, and Bridget is involved with Collin, and Pacino is like trying to help him along and directing him, don't trust anybody, telling Layla the same thing. There's so many twists and turns, one against the other, torture on this side, and somebody thinking it's somebody else's fault, and it's not real, but it seems to be real. It's really cool. You gotta watch it. Because it keeps your mind going. Okay, is this really? Okay, no, yeah, no. Like that. It's one of those movies. And, I mean, I think it's like $46 million to make it, and it made $101 million, not counting DVD sales and stuff. But it's really cool. It's a suspense. It keeps your mind going. And the acting was really good, I think. The acting was good. And what do you think about it? Did I tell enough?
I think it was a good film.
Uh-huh.
But I think it could have been better.
Why?
And I think the problem with the film was just what you said, too many twists and turns.
Really?
Yeah, you were constantly trying to, I was anyway, 2/3 into the movie, trying to remember what happened earlier. Could this person have been a good person or a bad? Could they be the person that they say? Which was fun to do, But at the end of the film, it left me a little perplexed. And I thought it was a good film. I really did. Very good acting. Al Pacino's always fun to watch. Al Pacino,
Yeah,
man,
he's...
yeah. But overall, I thought it was, it could have been better had the twists and turns not been so dramatic in areas, and there's so many of them.
Yeah.
But it was a good film. Good film.
Yeah. They did have a lot in it. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
But it kept your interest.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did.
But anyway, 0 to 100, what do you say? Would you watch
your film. Your film.
Okay.
You say.
I'll give it like a 90.
90.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Now let me go back a little bit. 85. Because I'll watch it again, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not for a while. But, you know, and I remember the ending, in which I liked the ending. But, I think 85 is suffice. Okay. Right away, I kind of knew who's going to be bad or good. You know, and I almost got it right. But you guys gotta watch it.
Yeah, I would give the film... I would give the film a 72.
Wow.
But had there not been quite so many twists and turns, it would have gotten a much higher score.
If they developed the twists and turns more rather than putting more of them in?
Yeah, but to develop that many twists and turns, it'd have to be a mini-series instead of a movie.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And that may be what happened. It may have, I don't know, it may have been written as a book, which was much longer. And when it was condensed, it was just so many twists and turns that... but it was a very enjoyable film to watch. Yeah. Very enjoyable.
Okay.
So.
All right, guys. Well, that's Flix with the Hicks. Out here on the farm.
Not the CIA farm. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Go out and enjoy a film. Talk to you later.